Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Iowa State versus Baylor college basketball matchup on Friday, March 15, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for that one-on-one concierge-style service. We have these products. They're just not available on the website, so you have to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, just text that number. But let's get to this one. Iowa State taking on Baylor, Big 12 conference tournament action. This is the semifinal round. Oh man, what a tournament it has been in the Big 12. Of course, Houston on the other side of this bracket, will play, if they take care of business today, which I would say pretty good chance of them doing against Texas Tech, we'll play the winner of this one. And this one, boy, both these teams have been really good all season long, absolutely stacked. Both these teams ranked, of course, Iowa State ranked 7th in the nation, Baylor ranked 14th. Iowa State coming off a nice win over Kansas State. Baylor beating Cincinnati in their game, in a game that was nip and tuck for a good portion of it, and then Baylor pulled away in the second half. Just, a great shooting team this Baylor team is. Iowa State, has been a team that we've seen in the NCAA tournament. Of course, Baylor, they cut down the nets just a few years ago. These teams met on February 3rd of this year. They only played the one time. It was at Baylor. Baylor was a 4-point favorite in that game, but won by 2. So Baylor did get the win. They just did not get the cover in that game. When we look at Baylor, the 10-point win over Cincinnati, they had lost at Texas Tech to close out the season, but they had wins at TCU, a home win against Kansas, a healthy Kansas team. They also beat Texas 93-85. A series of wins. I think the game that most people saw for Baylor, the one that kind of, leaves that little bit of skepticism was that Houston game where they had a chance at the end of the game in regulation to win the game. All they had to do was hit a free throw. They were unable to do that. The game went to overtime and they ended up losing to the Cougars. And, I think that Baylor is a kind of a very similar team to Houston. I think maybe even a little bit deeper. Houston probably a little bit more athletic and physical with their starting five. But I think as you go deeper down the roster, I think Baylor is actually the better team here. Iowa State's been a beast all season long. They closed the season out by losing to Kansas State and, of course, avenged that on Thursday night, getting the win in that game. Iowa State's defense has been rock solid, 24th best in the nation in shooting percentage against, 99th in the nation in three-point shooting against, but up against a Baylor team shooting at 48.6% from the floor, 20th best in the nation, 39.4% from beyond the arc, and 73.8% from the free throw line. Meanwhile, look at Iowa State, very good numbers as well, but not quite to that elite level as Baylor. Baylor's defense, not quite as good as Iowa State. So, it's definitely going to be strength on strength, weakness on weakness in this particular matchup. And I think, Baylor, probably the better rebounding team. We saw Baylor win the first meeting of these two teams. I'll tell you what, I think they probably win this one as well. I'm going to take Baylor, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.